Today, I'm going to be providing you with an update with regards to what is going on with the crypto market. Bitcoin dipped into the Gaussian channel, hitting lows of around $98,000, but now it is trading back above it. The line in the sand for Bitcoin is around 103.2K, and that is moving up over time. You can see every single time we have hit this Gaussian channel, we have had a weekly close above it, this bull market, and we have had a bounce from that point. And typically when we come down and hit it, we get very strong bounces to the upside, typically leading to a new all-time high within a matter of a few weeks or months. So if we get a weekly close above this Gaussian channel, it is the same thing, by the way, as the 50-week moving average. I know many of you guys like to use that. They are basically at the same point. If we get a weekly close above that by the end of the week, by Sunday night, that is very bullish, and that should signify a new move to the upside for Bitcoin. If, however, we close the week below that critical support, in my opinion, that will lead to a bear market for Bitcoin. And I'll be the first to say that Bitcoin is entering a macro bear market. And what would that mean for altcoins? It would be pretty disastrous. And in my opinion, it would drag most altcoins down with it. However, short term, we are looking bullish. We are above it. Yes, we wick below. Typically, you see wicks below. Those are liquidity grabs, but we are trading above it as of right now, and we still have a few days left of the week. It's going to be a very tense weekly close, and I know many people in my VIP group are going to be in the voice chat on that weekly close, monitoring it. We have the lows of the range here, and we retested those during the stump, and then we have the highs of the range here, 127K or 126 point whatever it was, the all-time high. The two rejections here, we are going downwards, and we're actually seeing a little bit of compression here. It's not completely parallel. So this is a very bullish structure to me. And if we get a break of above kind of like 111, 110, something like that, we are seeing a breakout from this structure. And I would expect quite a big move to the upside here. I like the fact Bitcoin is using this, lower support side as support here, and we didn't drop below it. That is a positive sign. And for me, that signifies that maybe this isn't the beginning of the bear market, and we might actually see a bit of a recovery here, but it is still too early to say definitively. Now, when we look at the fear and greed index, it has all the signs of a bottom. We hit extreme fear yesterday. Typically, when you hit extreme fear, you see a relatively large sized recovery shortly after. And that is exactly what we did. If you look at Bitcoin on the 1 hour, which is something I don't typically do on this channel, you can see that we actually had a double bottom at that exact same price action on two completely separate hour candles, both wicking to the downside, both exactly at the same point, around 98.7 or 0.8K, right? Both hitting the same point. Double bottoms typically mark, obviously, bottoms. They are a bottoming signal. And we hit a double bottom basically on this support here, and then we got a bounce. And right now we are trading above the critical support. Great, great news for Bitcoin. But obviously we could come crashing back down tomorrow. So it's very important that we stay above this and we gather some momentum, gather some volume to give us a move to the upside. Now, interestingly, when you look at Bitcoin dominance, you'd be expecting this to massively be skyrocketing right now. But the reality is it's actually down. It's actually down the last couple of days. Yes, on the week, it has a relatively green candle, but last couple of days it's actually been dropping whilst Bitcoin has been crashing. So very interesting indeed. And you can see here that it currently got a little bounce off support. Every single time we've hit this support line, we have bounced on dominance. You can see right now it's trying to get back above that golden pocket. A lot of people are arguing that it's going to fill this wick up here around 63%. I think that's very possible. You can say it's the base case scenario. See a potential rejection here on dominance at the golden pocket, as we have seen rejections at this level previously in the past. I still have the same base case that we will see a drop on dominance, likely between 47% and 53% at some point. Okay, it doesn't have to be this year, but at some point we'll see a drop on dominance. And I'm not saying it'll be in 10 years' time. I'm talking in the next 6 months or so. I think we'll see a drop on dominance between 47 and 52%. When you look at Ethereum, I'm a little bit concerned, guys. I got to be honest. We need to see Ethereum regain that bull market support band that it lost. The bull market support band on Ethereum is currently around 3.79K. Ideally, we need to get back above that level in time for the weekly close. Otherwise, structurally speaking, Ethereum doesn't look too great here. We have a massive golden pocket here on Ethereum around 2.6, 2.7K. And typically you can see when Ethereum loses its bull market support band, it follows with a pretty sizable dump to the downside. The last time it lost it, we went from $3,000 all the way down to 1.3K. Brutal dump. The time before that, we lost it. We went from around 3,200 down to 2,100. So typically when we lose that level, we get a pretty big drawdown to the downside. You could argue we've already had that here, though I would say most likely if we were to lose it on a weekly close, we would probably see further downside price action, maybe to the golden pocket. But I guess we did hit the 0.5 fib level. That could mark the potential low, I guess. But it would be really nice to see Ethereum close above its bull market support band here by the end of the week. I know it's a big ask. It needs to get above 3.7K, but we've seen crazier things happen in crypto. Now, in terms of on this massive dip, one in particular, which XPL, it is a layer one by Peter Thiel, and it had a lot of VC investments. This one had a brutal dump, and I only started buying it once it really crashed hard, and I've been basically averaging into this crash down at these very low prices here. I did not buy it at launch. I told people to actually avoid it at launch, and I did not buy it when it was pumping. I also told people to avoid it. But since it has shown signs of potentially bottoming out here, building some form of a base, it came down and it filled its wick from the tariff crash. And since then, it's had a little minor bit of a bounce. So I think here is a good price to potentially DCA into XPL. The other one I'm looking at is SUI, which has a bit of an M pattern here. I drew this out actually ages ago, many weeks ago. I drew this M pattern out in my VIP Discord when we were on a voice chat. I didn't expect it to play out. I'll hold my hands up. I'll be honest. I didn't expect it to play out, but I gave it as the bearish scenario. We've always got to talk about potential scenarios here: the bullish scenario, the bearish scenario, and the base case scenario, the neutral scenario. And my bearish scenario on SUI was that it would fulfill this M pattern, and that is exactly what it's done. It's actually dropped slightly below the golden pocket here, but it is very much in a period of compression here, and it would be nice to see SUI get some form of a move to the upside, maybe reclaim the golden pocket, get back above it, and finally see a breakout to around $10 that we've all been waiting for. So that wraps up today's video. If you did enjoy, please make sure to leave a like on the video. Check out the VIP group. I want to let you guys know about Blowfin. Make sure to use my link down below to sign up to an account on Blowfin. It is the best exchange out there for trading leverage, for trading futures. I personally trade on Blowfin, and I actually have a bit of a Bitcoin long position open right now that I opened during the crash. So I am bullish right now, but I am wanting to see a close above the Gaussian channel. Use my link and you'll potentially get some really good sign-up rewards if you use that specific link pinned in the comment section down below. I appreciate you guys watching the video, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Goodbye.